Tonight on Newsbeat, recent ICE shootings could lead to a government shutdown. Heating shelters across Louisiana open among freezing temperatures. And one LSU student is making his dreams come true off the court. All that and more, Tuesday Newsbeat starts right now. Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Newsbeat. I'm Jaden Cotton.
And I'm Danielle Rancifer.
We begin tonight with breaking news from Arizona as a Border Patrol-involved shooting left one person in critical condition.
The shooting occurred in the border town of Prima, just an hour south of Tucson. The FBI has requested for local law enforcement to aid in a use of force investigation. This is a developing story.
And the recent Border Patrol and ICE-involved shootings have led to funding debates in Washington. Brian Abel has more on how another government shutdown could be in the future.
Escalating tensions between the community and federal immigration authorities in Minneapolis, now creating a battle over government funding on Capitol Hill. That could lead to a partial shutdown.
What we're witnessing right now is it's completely out of control.
The fatal shooting of Alex Preddy by federal agents appears to be the tipping point for some Democrats who are vowing to withhold votes on an appropriations package for multiple government agencies, including the Departments of Defense, Transportation, and Homeland Security, unless DHS reins in its immigration enforcement actions.
We need systemic changes here before we move forward with the appropriations.
The Democratic caucus calling for DHS funding to be separated from the other funding bills.
Take up DHS by itself. Let's have an honest negotiation, put some guardrails on what's going on, some accountability, and that would solve this problem. We don't have to have a shutdown.
The White House, so far, isn't on board.
Policy discussions on immigration in Minnesota are happening. Look, the president is leading those discussions, but that should not be at the expense of government funding for the American people.
If all Senate Republicans vote yes, they need at least 8 Democrats to join them to get the funding passed. But if the sides cannot come together by midnight Friday, once again, thousands of government workers across agencies, from the Pentagon to air traffic controllers to TSA, will be impacted. In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
Be sure to follow Tiger TV on social media or on our website, tigertv.tv, for updates on the possible shutdown.
With it being flu season, people all over campus haven't been feeling the best. But without leaving campus, students can get the care they need a few steps away at an affordable rate. With students from all different parts of the world coming to LSU, commuting is easy, especially with concerns of cost and coverage. The Student Health Center provides a variety of services right here on campus. With health insurance on the rise, students may be concerned about the costs, but experts say they may be able to use their tax return to their advantage.
Typically, if students are employed and they submit a tax return, they tend to not have a lot of income. They're busy being students and they're working part-time. They're not going to have a lot of income. So because of these premium subsidies that everyone has been hearing about in the news, if you have a very low income, the subsidy is essentially 100% or close to 100%.
With the busy schedules and colder temperatures, the Student Health Center may be the place you need to get all the help.
And if you've stepped outside recently, you might notice the unusual chill in the air. Winter is in full force right here in Baton Rouge, and local organizations are looking to give warmth and safety to those in need. The East Baton Rouge Library System worked in partnership with Homeland Security and the Mayor's Office of Emergency Preparedness to create warming centers around Louisiana. At EBR's library in Goodwood, standard library operations were shut down and the front was converted into a day shelter for those in need of warmth, Wi-Fi, restrooms, and a place to rest. Red Cross donated snacks and drinks, while the library itself volunteered its collection of books, newspapers, and board games for people escaping the cold.
I've had quite a few people come in. I've had some students come in. I've had some business people come in. Their Wi-Fi was down. I've had some people whose cable went off at their house, and so they came here because we've got Wi-Fi, we have a pleasant space to work, and then
The EBR library is back to normal operation hours starting today, but for those still sticking in escape from the cold, Red Stick Ready has a list of shelters open and available.
Since the spring semester began, organizations have been looking for more ways to provide entertainment to the student body. The LSU School of Theater is currently working on their spring production.
LSU Theater is hosting The Totality of All Things, directed by Keith Arthur Bolden, an acclaimed actor and director. LSU MFA grad student and performer Nicole Levins describes what sets Bolden apart from other directors.
He has a lot of actor terminology and actor background, so he can speak to us in a different way and in a different language because he also can understand how to maneuver on stage and on camera as a performer, which makes him such a dynamic director.
Keith Arthur Bolden has worked on numerous shows, including Cobra Kai and Bel Air, while being a professor at Spelman College in Atlanta. For over a decade, Bolden has been working in acting and directing for Hollywood and universities.
Being me who I am, my artivism, where I teach, how I teach, 2 black female leads. I teach at a black women's college. I think I was the right person for the job in order to find the intersections that exist.
Bolden's insight has taken the production to new levels, giving actors advice on how to enhance their performance. Working with someone who has experience in acting and directing really inspires young professionals looking to break into the theater industry.
He's done the work, he's worked with the stars, he's done it. So like, you're like more confident in what he's saying, and it's just like cool. And it just brings like, I think, awareness in a way in like the black community and just theater community in general to keep us going and pushing that like you can make it.
That was undergrad student Kyron Hardnett describing his experience working with professionals like Bolden. LSU School of Theater is set to premiere its play on January 29th. Tiger TV, Jessica McFadden.
You can catch the production at the Shaver Theater from January 29th until February 4th. Tickets are available online at lsu.edu/CMDA. Next on Newsbeat, will those winter coats need to stay for the week? Cassie Trepanier has your answer with the weather forecast.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love.
You're mine.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. Let's take a look at tomorrow's weather.
Looking earlier in the morning, we do see temperatures in those upper 20s, eventually going into about those mid 30s. At noon, the temperature will be 48. Going up into 3 p.m., we will see that temperature of 52, and our high tomorrow will be 53. It will be a pretty sunny day with that sun setting at 5:38 p.m. Those temperatures will go down into the lower 20s. Now let's get into the weather for the upcoming week. Like I said, tomorrow's high is 53 with a low of 27. Pretty sunny during the day. We'll see some partly cloudy cloudy weather on Thursday with that high of 57 and that low of 27. Now let's start paying attention to Friday with those AM clouds and PM sun with that high of 45 and that low of 37. Going into Saturday and Sunday, we do have a potential for a hard freeze, so make sure you're staying weather aware for your area. Paying attention to those temperatures, we do see that high of 32 and that low of 17. That's where that freeze will happen with those lows from Saturday night going into Sunday with that high of 41 and that low of 17. Monday will be pretty sunny, so will Tuesday, and those temperatures will start to rise back up with highs rising as well. That's all I have for your forecast. Back to you, Danny, at the desk.
Thank you, Cassidy. Well, Jaden, while we didn't get any ice down here, many in North Louisiana did feel the impact. Drivers were left stranded on I-20 between Shreveport and Monroe as state workers cleared ice and snow off the roads. State troopers, transportation officials, the National Guard, and other safety partners are working together to assist motorists and clear stalled out vehicles.
Coming up, is football truly the best sport? Abigail Randall gives her hot take after this.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
Love.
You're mine.
Welcome back to Tuesday Newsbeat. I'm Abigail Randall. Living in the SEC, it is no shock to me that the overwhelming majority will choose football over any other sport. My hot take is that hockey is better than football, and here's why. The art of the celly. Hockey is beautifully chaotic. A defenseman, a forward, a left wing, a right wing could all score. The possibilities are endless. The players give raw reactions when they score because it is not planned. In football, most cellies are planned, rehearsed, and theatrical because the typical running backs are tight ends. But I feel like I'm watching a Broadway show rather than a real reaction. Hockey is also incredibly fast-paced. Flying on ice skates, on fresh ice, with 12 players is no easy feat. Top that off with chasing a small sliding puck with a helmet on has to be speedy chaos. In football, all we see is running. In all seriousness, in comparison, hockey is so much quicker. The fights in hockey are insane. Full brawls, gloves, hats drop, teeth flying out, and punches. I shouldn't even have to make a case with this one. There's a punishment box just because these guys fight so much. In football, there's some rare fights, but mostly just trash talking. Looking at Philadelphia Flyers mascot like Gritty, you can see the fun, silly nature of the NHL. I love that most mascots are whimsical creatures who interact heavily with the crowd and are known for being goofy. For football, most mascots are basic and boring, lacking personality and whimsy. Who would you rather hang out with? Dallas Stars' fuzzy green alien or Gumbo the dog? And with that, I expect everyone to tune into the NHL. I rest my case.
Thank you, Abigail. And speaking of football, Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady has been promoted to the team's next head coach. The move comes after the Bills fired the previous head coach, Sean McDermott. Brady previously served as a quarterback's coach and co-offensive coordinator for LSU's 2019 championship team.
While many students dream of making it big on the court, I took a closer look at someone who makes their dreams happen on the sidelines.
He told me that when I was 5 years old that I would be working for a superstar. I would think you were lying, so.
Jaleel Bartholomew, a junior at LSU, has gotten the chance to make his dreams come true, becoming the photographer for one of the biggest names in college athletics, Flau'jae Johnson. Bartholomew, who has had a lifelong passion for photography, has been taking pictures since high school, and when he got the opportunity to work with Flau'jae, he chased it down.
He kept texting me, bro. He was blowing up my phone. Like, he was so persistent, so I knew that he wasn't gonna play. Like, I love working with people who know what they want and who persistent. He was persistent, so.
The two are now working on a documentary for Flau'jae about her career, which Jaleel films, writes, and edits himself.
He tells a story through the pictures and the videos, and I tell my own story through my lyrics and through my basketball, and he's able to like show the fans, you know, in a way from my eyes, from our eyes, from his eyes. So.
And in the meantime, Jaleel's vision is taking him to places he never expected.
Because I don't realize how far I've came. So I look back at it and I'm like, yo, like, you did it.
The documentary will be released in parts, with the first part available right now on Jaleel and Flau'jae's social medias.
Jaleel's story is a reminder that there's always more to the picture than meets the eye. Next at 5, a viral soda shop is coming to the booth. Stay tuned.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
Love.
You're mine.
You know, with this chilly weather we're experiencing, hot coffee is usually my go-to, but I've been wanting to switch things up.
Well, Danielle, there's a new drink trend you actually might want to try. If you have been on TikTok or keeping up with Dancing with the Stars, you have probably seen the viral dirty soda trend. Lafayette houses Louisiana's first ever dirty soda bar, Swig. The chain offers a twist on how to get your sugar fix in without settling for a caffeinated beverage like coffee, offering syrups, creamers, popping boba, and more to put into a variety of sodas. There's a menu you can order from or customize your own concoction. It's not just the soda that keeps these customers coming back, it's the customer service and engagement through their social media.
Just the social media, how Swig just really caters everything online. It just really markets to everyone. They're always constantly coming out with like seasonal tumblers, seasonal drinks, all that, and I think they have really good customer engagement. They just engage you entirely. So I think that's what it is.
Swig continues to expand into new markets across Louisiana with a Youngsville location coming soon. Well, that's all we have for tonight's News Beat. To stay up to date on all things LSU news and sports, be sure to follow us at LSU Tiger TV.
And tune into our broadcast every Monday through Friday, live at 5.
Until next time, I'm Jaden Cotton.
And I'm Danielle Ransford. Have a great night.